Hi, this is Father Louis SCURTI at my southern parish. This is St. Cecilia's in Clearwater, Florida, a wonderful, dynamic parish. And I have two of the members of the staff here with me today to show you and share with you how and why it's such a dynamic, successful parish, and a great model, I think, for a lot of parishes, even my northern parish. This is Carlos Hernandez. And Carlos, your ministry is?
Thank you, Father Lou.
That's all right.
Thank you, Father Lou.
He just called me Deacon Will. That's his boss. So you got to see the flow chart. Maybe someday I will show you. It's like everybody's on it. The pastor's up here, but Deacon Will is okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Father Lou. Yes, I'm Carlos Hernandez, Director of Stewardship and Evangelization here at St. Cecilia Catholic Church in Clearwater.
Beautiful. And Kim Pascyznski, right?
Yes, you get it this time.
We were challenged by that pronunciation before. I'm going to be careful. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kim Pascyznski, and I am the Director of Faith Formation Youth and Young Adult Ministry here at St. Cecilia Catholic
And she
Church.
talks very fast. So
Yes.
she's going to keep talking through the interview a little slower.
I will.
Thank you. Okay. Carlos, I could have asked you to bring in the flow chart, but I forgot. Give us an idea of what I mentioned as the flow chart, the order of ministries and staff positions here.
Yeah, so as you said, Father Lou, this is a very dynamic, a very active parish. As every parish, we have our pastor, which is Father Bob Schneider, and then we have Deacon Will Huertas, who is our parish, a parish manager. So in the staff, in the personnel, we have Laura Clark, which is in the administration office. She's in the front desk. We have two parochial vicars, Father Jesus Martinez and Father Theo Weria. We have Laura Askin, which is in the area of liturgy, Yolanda Moreno, which is responsible for the Spanish ministry, Kim Pascyznski, who is here with us. We have Rick Hearn, which is our maintenance manager, and Terry Sutters, who is the assistant to the parish manager. So we got also a very significant amount of brilliant people here at the parish. We got Gloria Redden, we got Brenda, we got Chris Marte, and we have a good people that makes life here in the parish. We got Debbie Renford, which is our director of music, her husband Bill, that also supports that ministry. So we are very blessed, Father Lou, with the personal and the people who makes life here in this parish, and of course, all the volunteers that help us on a daily basis.
Yeah, with volunteers, how many do you think you have? Regular volunteers, not people just going to sign up for one day, but
Well, we just had our volunteer appreciation dinner, and we served over 400 people, and not
Oh.
everybody did not show up.
and I wasn't invited to that.
Oh no, it was in November.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that was during all your 50th anniversary celebrations.
Oh, that's right. First
because
things
I was
first.
getting all your emails on that.
Yes.
So therefore, that's why you couldn't come.
Okay.
Yeah, but we had over 400 people that we served that evening, and there was probably about 150 to 200 that did not were not able to come. So
Amazing.
we have to continue. For us to continue to thrive, we continue to have as many volunteers as possible, good stewards to this parish, because people love our parish.
Yeah, they really do. It's excellent. No matter where I travel, because I have friends at the other parishes I used to serve at here in St. Petersburg and in Clearwater, and it's you're at St. Cecilia's. That's dynamic. Yeah.
I
But
think, yeah, because it's very diverse. We have a large group of families and Hispanic families, as well as just from little kids all the way up to our more than octogenarians.
yeah, that's true.
We're close to 100, some of those people. So it gives us an opportunity to have so many generations, so many cultures, and everybody comes together and shares and just loves being here, and that's what's so great about being in this parish, because every day is a different flavor.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever the same.
That's great. I'll allow you to introduce your own specific ministry, but I just want to comment. Last week, I participated in the parish mission. So I guess Deacon Will asked me if I'd like to attend a staff meeting. So I thought the staff meeting would be 5 people. It was like, oh, there had to be at least 20.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I had dinner besides. So that's a good plus. So it's really a very well organized group. And you meet, how often do you meet as a staff?
Go ahead, Kim.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Mhm.
It was great. It was good. I mean, everybody had a report. Everybody, it was good. The meeting was planned for 3 hours. Thank God it wasn't. I hate meetings. My meetings are always an hour. That's it. But it was so efficient and well done, and we got refreshments besides. Carlos, tell us what any additions you want to add to that the staff meeting?
Yes, what I would like to also to say is if I forgot to mention anyone was not intentionally. So I didn't mention Deacon Paco Martinez, Rita Torres, which is in the Morton Hospital. So as I said, so it was not intentional and too many brilliant, talent people here at St. Cecilia with us.
Go back to Morton Hospital because I'm going to go visit someone there,
Mhm.
and I was visiting someone yesterday, but he was discharged, so I'm going there later today to anoint someone. And I called Laura to ask where can I get the oils because I don't have them with me. I travel with the holy oils, and she said they're there at the hospital. So why don't you explain who that is? I haven't met her yet. At Morton Plant. Morton Plant's a huge hospital in this area.
Yes, that's correct. Morton Plan is a huge network in Pinellas County in this area, and Rita Torres is the person who is in charge of your point of contact over there. So Rita Torres is a member of the staff of Saint Cecilia, and Saint Cecilia has an office over there. So we have a real presence at the Morton Plan Hospital. It's a place that you can go meet with a person. I mean, a real person, and Rita is being there. Give us the capability to know in real time what kind of needs do we have at that moment, and so is the main point of connection between us and the Morton Hospital.
That's great.
Mhm.
And I was told that the priests go there on a regular basis, and I get a schedule from Father Bob, and they're actually in the schedule of who's going to. I guess most parishes do that. I don't. I travel in very few parishes and that I know very well, but that I was so organized with that idea that a priest is assigned to the hospital each day, and that what's her name?
Rita.
Rita.
Rita
Rita
Torres.
would have access to the holy oils for me to anoint someone, and that's fantastic. Like if I was called in like an emergency, I didn't have it. She was there, so that's an extremely spiritually beneficial outreach that we have as a parish. That's excellent to the sick there. Okay, let's get into your specific ministries. So, Kim, why don't you start?
Well, as I said before, I'm in charge of faith formation, youth and young adult ministry. My main job is to take care of all the sacraments for anybody who is 8 years old and over. So I have 8 to adults. In fact, I'm pretty excited. This weekend, I am hosting 75 young kids, young eighth graders to seniors in high school for their confirmation retreat. And we have over 20 coming into the church this year. So we are
Wow.
very blessed here, and I've got 5 making the profession of faith, as well as
That's great.
additional 10 adults making their confirmation because they hadn't
Excuse
finished.
me. I'm not here at Easter Vigil this year,
Yeah.
but I would love that. Oh
Oh, it's
my
just it is
God.
amazing, and the church is packed. Last year was my first year here, and the church was overflowing. And it's just an amazing because usually Easter Vigil is like people like, oh, no one's going to show up to that one because it's a 3-hour mass minimum. It's the opposite here. The place was, like I said, overpacked. People were standing in the aisles, and it was just so beautiful because they were coming to share in the experience of the risen Christ, obviously, but they were also
Mm,
sharing in the experience of all these people coming into the church.
yeah.
And it's just truly. a blessing for me. It's my favorite time of the year. It's my busiest time of the year, but it's my favorite time
Sure,
of the year.
Lent and the
Yes,
scrutinies,
yes,
introduction.
yes. And we have 75 children making their first communion as well. So we are very busy, and we have 300 in the program.
It's a prolific parish.
Yes, 300 students in my program, K through 8, K through 12. And we're still working on our youth and young adult programs. In fact, I am prayerfully looking and seeking. So if you're watching and you want to come to sunny Florida or you live here, we're looking for a youth minister to help coordinate.
Oh,
I really want to have a dynamic. We used to be dynamic, but COVID obviously hit.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
now we're trying to
amazing.
rebuild.
Yeah. In so many ways, I believe COVID, maybe it's over religious, but it was the work of Satan. I mean, because the way the world, and I'll say our world, the United States, but the world is also included, reacted to it, it withdrew from the church. You know, thank God for technology and streaming and all that good stuff, videos. But I think Satan was ecstatic about the effects of COVID, and we have to fight him back. And I sound like maybe an evangelist. Well, I am an evangelist, but I don't want to overdo it because Satan has a strong hold on society. And sometimes when things are going well, we don't notice that. Something like COVID brings it to the front.
Yes, yes, Father Lou, I would like to add something to what you just said. God sometimes He permit some things to happen because we need to get out of the
Um,
comfort zone, and we were so, I mean, nice, following the routine, and what COVID did was presented to us the opportunity to get out of that comfort zone. And I personally believe that we are stronger than we were in 2020 because we found different ways for the Lord to evangelize, different ways to approach people. Back then, we didn't use technology, yes, we did, but not in the way that we're doing it right now.
right,
We
right,
use,
right.
like what we're doing right now, the social media platforms to talk to the people, to keep the church the church open, to the people. So I think that if we look at it in that way, that gave us opportunity, to get out of that comfort zone, and now we are stronger than we were 4 years ago.
Give yourself a plug. You and Will are in a podcast. What do you call it?
What's up, say Cecilia? That's how we call that podcast that we are launching, with the intention of keep
And I was
connected
your
with the
first
community.
guest.
You exactly. Kim Pachinski, you did one with me a couple of days ago, and that's the goal. And be in the lookout because we're gonna reach out to you and invite you to come to that podcast because we want our community to know our people, to know our staff, and to know what we do here at St. Cecilia, and to have the opportunity to get involved, to ask questions, and that to be part of this. There's so many great things that are happening here at St. Cecilia.
That's great. That's great. I'm glad. Any special, besides what you just mentioned, the whole Easter season, events in the future that are coming down the pike?
Well, actually, we have quite a bit. Our first one will be March 17th. Is our ministry fair kicking off. You kicked off our centennial, which thank you so much. It was a beautiful to make. I'm still in all of that. But our next big event will be March 17th, which is our ministry fair. And that'll be in Colreevy Hall, and that'll be open from 9 to 3.
Just say the name of the hall again.
Colreevy.
Okay.
Colreavy.
It's an Irish name, and I couldn't do it in
You
my
couldn't
mouth.
do it. I know. Can't wrap that around you. So, and then the next event will be our Easter egg hunt. This will be our second annual egg extravaganza. I know it's the week before Easter, but last year I kicked it off, and it was a great event. We had over 200 families come and were able to do crafts, and we entered into Holy Week. So I know Easter egg hunts are supposed to be after Easter, but how we incorporated it is through making the kids realize. So all the crafts were designated or geared towards entering into Holy Week. I gave the parents prayers and things that they could do, and explained the whole like Good Friday, Holy Thursday, so. And they had fun.
Good.
And
Easter's early this year, so
yes.
I'll make sure this episode is on Friends of the Word soon. We're going to pause now, and we're going to come back later on and focus on the specifics of the ministry in which Carlos is involved and anything else we might not have covered yet. Don't forget, this is a big staff here. So if I were to interview every staff member, we'd be here for a long time. But today I'm just doing these two. And of course, you know previous episodes with Will, the parish administrator, Deacon Will, and Carlos was on that as well. And they interviewed, Carlos and Deacon Will interviewed me on the first WhatsApp, What's Up, St. Cecilia's. This is Father Louis SCURTI with Carlos and Kim. Thank you for joining us here at St. Cecilia's on friendsoftheword.org. God bless you.